Hey everyone, it's Bree. I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the SpiegelMom Scraps design team. And I'm thrilled to be sharing another fuse tool tutorial with y'all today. I have recently taken my fuse tool out of retirement. Well, not out of retirement, but it's just been stored. I haven't really gotten much use out of it. And if you watched me for some time now, you know I love to make shakers or any kind of shaker, and I usually use acetate and foam and all that. So I wanted to show y'all some other techniques that you can use if you do own a fuse tool or if you were thinking about purchasing them. I did actually see a couple at my local Tuesday morning. So yeah, definitely go check it out if you're interested. So the cut file that I have showed you in the beginning of my video is completely free. SpiegelMom Scraps has a weekly newsletter, and it's called, oh gosh, oh, I think it's the Sunday Sparkler. I'm sorry. Yes, it is called the Sunday Sparkler. And if you are subscribed to the newsletter, you get this free cut file, and it is called Funky Rainbows. Now, as soon as I saw it, I thought it was super cute. And since it is rainbows, when I saw it, I immediately thought of like those pinwheels that you would buy your kids, or that you do buy your kids, and they can blow and it'll turn. So that's what I am doing. Well, that's what I'm making right now. So I actually sized down this cut file significantly. I made them about 3.5 by 3.5, and I put them in a Project Life page protector, and I've got it fused almost like 3/4 of the way, so I can leave it open and then put some sequins in there to create my shaker. Now the two sequin mixes that I'm using, one is Total Coolness, and that's from the March release, and the other one is Rainbow Bright, and I can't remember if that's December or a January release. I'm not sure, but I'll have links to the shop and to the blog below. That way you can check out these mixes. Now, since I did that, or since it's sped up fairly quickly and you saw one, I'm gonna actually do another one on camera so you can see how I created again. So like I said, I did size my cut file down, and then I'm going to slip it into one of these 4x6 pockets, and I'm going to carefully I'm going to zoom in so you guys can get a better look. So I'm going to carefully trace around the cut file, and that's what's kind of awesome about putting a cut file in one of the page protectors. It's kind of like a guide where you can just kind of freehand it, especially if it doesn't have straight lines. You go slow, but not too slow. That way you don't melt off the entire plastic. You kind of will play with it and get your own speed depending on how hot your fuse tool is. So I've got most of it fused together, and I've added Total Coolness, and I'm going to reach in and add the Rainbow Bright sequins. Now I did choose these specific sequins because it does match my photo a little bit, the colors in it. And I love the Rainbow Bright ones, and they're tiny, and we are on Instagram TV. If you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram or to SpiegelMom Scraps Instagram, and you can see that I've done an Instagram TV episode featuring tiny sequins. And I love tiny sequins in any kind of shaker, so I knew that I wanted to incorporate this specific Rainbow Bright mix into these shakers, and the color scheme works perfectly for these fun pinwheels. Now, I've got them set out. I've trimmed some like white strips of paper. I think they're like 1/2 inch down, so it looks like the sticks. And this paper came in my Hip Kit Club kit. I can't remember what line it's from. Oh my gosh, I don't remember, so I'm sorry. But as soon as I saw it, the pinks and the mint remind me of cotton candy that my son is holding in the photo, and then the green reminded me of like a hill. So I thought, oh, that would be so cute if I had the pinwheels kind of being stuck into the hill, and then the photo off to the right of of the pinwheels. So this is basically how my layout is going to be. My layout is very simple because I did spend so much time making my little pinwheels. But yeah, I love the way they turned out. I think they're so cute, and they were so easy to make and so much fun. Now, if you are like curious to know what kind of paper I use when I cut my cut files, I use like a $5 12 by 12 white cardstock pad that I've picked up at Walmart several times. And I think my silhouette is set to 4, my blade, and then, no, I think it's 3 or 4, and my speed is 4. And it comes off so super smooth and so easy, and I've never had any problems with it. All right, so there's my photo. This is taken of my son, I think 2 years ago. We had gone to one of our favorite places down at the Ala Moana Mall. It is Japan Walk, and it used to be, oh my gosh, Shirakia. But they like totally revamped it and moved it to the other side of the mall, and it's this huge like space with so many different food vendors. And we happened to see that this specific vendor was selling this cotton candy, and they'd make it right in front of you, and it was so cool. So of course, Elijah, being the candy bandit that he is, he loves anything sweet. He had to get one of these, and so I had to snap a photo. And I actually printed this photo maybe like probably right after I took it, and I've never scrapped it. It's dark, and I didn't edit it, and so I've just kind of tossed it to the side here and there. But when I thought about the pinwheels and this paper, I just thought about this photo, and I thought it was perfect. So my title, you can tell by the title of this video, I wanted to put sweets for my sweet, because he's my sweet, and yeah, and he loves sweets. But yeah, that word had come from the puppy stickers from the Sunny Days collection by Maggie Holmes with crepe paper. And then these alphas, I think they're from the same collection. I'm not sure. It just came in my Hip Kit Club this month. So there's my title. I'm going to add these little hearts into the center of each of the pinwheels. I thought it gave it a little something and added something extra. And so I add a blue one, a pink one, and then I think this yellow one. Let's see, what else do I do? I think I'm just going to go in with some of these exclusive stickers from Hip Kit, and I play with it a little bit. I kind of have a hard time deciding how I want to embellish it, because I don't want to take too much away from my pinwheels or my photo. And I wanted to help make my pinwheels look a little more realistic and not just like white stick stuck on the green section of the paper. So off camera, I do not film me doing it, because it did probably take me 20 minutes. I did add some stitching, some white stitching around the little sticks to finish it off, and then I do add stitching around the whole entire layout, like I just do like a stitched frame. And it kind of finished it off and added some additional texture. So this is where I'm kind of figuring out what I'm going to do. I add some of these. I think these are exclusive, and then they're like little washi strips, but they're like cardstock sticker. It's not washi material. I add these to the top and bottom of the like my photo cluster, just to add a little more color and to help my photo cluster stick out a little bit. And then I thought this little left section of the photo, or left part of the photo, needed a little more embellishing, so I added that little piece. Sorry, I had to get my layout. It says, "Guess what? You're cute," because guess what? He is. And then I thought I wanted to add this Happy Little Moments banner. And I'm just going through the Pink Fresh Studio ephemera pack. And is it from Joyful Day? I think it's from Joyful Day. This collection is Joyful Day, I think. Ooh, I'm sorry. I know I have the Pink Fresh Studio Joyful Day stuff, but then I also have Hip Kit Club exclusives that kind of match and go hand in hand, and I have them all mixed up, so I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm just embellishing. I thought about adding some flowers to the bottom of these sticks to kind of help them not look like they're just floating. I wanted to, you know, it is kind of a scene, and I don't usually make scene layouts. I mean, I've always wanted to, like, I aspire to be Elsie, who is Hey Elsie on Instagram, and I think she's just Elsie on YouTube. But you guys know, you've probably seen all her videos. But she creates the most beautiful scene layouts, and I aspire to have her talent and all her stitching and all that. And so that's why I felt like my little pinwheels were kind of just out there. So that's why I added the stitching, and then I kind of wanted to help ground them. So I added some flowers to look like it was actually coming from somewhere and not just stuck to the paper. So I added this little flower piece, and I create a little cluster at the bottom as well. I'm just kind of finishing off that little section. And then of course, what's crazy is, and I think like, was this in my subconscious? Like, have I seen this mini pinwheel before when I first got this kit? And I think so, because when I saw the cut file that Jody had released, I was like, oh my gosh, like all I did was like tilt my head a little bit. I'm like, that would be the perfect pinwheel. How cute is that? So I think it all came together. So I had to add it to that middle one, and I think it looks super cute. But that's it. My code is Brianna15 to save you 15% off in the shop. Here is my final layout. I hope you enjoyed that you can see my final stitching, and then you can kind of see the stitching I did around the layout. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, commenting, subscribing, and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!